Hi, I'm Cameron and welcome to the first video in our series known as the Cheats Guide to Road Law. What we hope to achieve in this video today is to provide you with a brief history of how the road safety rules came about and establish some of the basics of road law, so as you work through this topic and subject and the road rules, that you'll be able to provide yourself with a basic building blocks of knowledge that'll help you not only through this course but as you move into industry. There's several areas of information through this video that where we're going to turn your belief into knowledge, so you're better prepared, like I said, for the workforce once you leave us. First up with the brief history, which at the same time correlates with Part 1, Division 1, Rule 1 objectives. It explains what the road safety rules are all about. And pretty much back in December 1999, the governments of Australia, including all the states and territories, finally agreed to release a national set of road rules for the whole country. However, they kept in mind that each state and territory may still require individual road rules for their individual sets of circumstances. So, as an example, here in Victoria, we have a set of road rules in relation to trams and hook turns that don't exist in other parts of the country. Moving on though to Part 2, where we can start to look at some of the different aspects of the road rules that you need to know. First up, I guess we need to ask ourselves is, what is a road? And in actual fact, the road safety rules themselves has a very detailed explanation, which is a road is an area that is open to or used by the public and is developed for or has as one of its main uses the driving or riding of motor vehicles, or a place that is a road as declared by the Act, or an area that is deemed not to be a road as a part of the Act, and that also includes any shoulder of a road despite it being used by the public for driving, riding or parking vehicles to which a parking controlled sign doesn't apply. That's not included. So what does that all mean? Well, I guess all you need to remember is this, that if what you most likely believe to be a road is going to be a road, and that's going to include the classic piece of bitumen or concrete that's dark with white lines running down the middle that you'll find in any city or country setting. At the same time, it also means that any bush track, whether it's gravel or just an area of land that's been worn out by tyre marks but is used by vehicles to get from point A to point B, it's most likely going to be a road. Likewise, even some beaches in Australia will be considered a road. In actual fact, there are parts of the country where on some beaches there's speed signs sticking out of the sand, and you can be booked driving along that beach too fast if you're going over the speed limit, despite the fact that there's waves crashing all around the signs and there's water. But that bit of beach is used by people to travel up and down the coastline, and it'll be deemed to be a road. Cool. Moving on from all that, I guess the next thing we need to try to work out is what's a road-related area. So for a lot of people, before today, they'll have never heard of the term road-related area. Again, if we were to turn to the road rules, it says a road-related area is any of the following: an area that divides a road, a footpath or nature strip adjacent to a road, an area that is not a road and that is open to the public and designated for the use by cyclists or animals, an area that is not a road and is open to or used by the public for driving, riding or parking motor vehicles, and a place that's not a road-related area as declared by the Act, and a place that is a road-related area as declared by the Act. So what does that all mean to you? Again, all you need to remember is probably that any car park and its driveways in and out will be a road-related area. If you were to look at the picture that we're using here of a multi-lane road, that central painted traffic island, whether it's painted or concrete, is a road-related area. The bits of road beside that painted traffic island will be a road-related area. The grass dividers on the north and south ends of the picture would be deemed to be road-related areas, and the big wide dividing strip in the middle of the road, whether it's grass or concrete or whatever the case may be, would also be deemed to be a road-related area. And of course, we can't forget that any specialised areas like bike lanes or separated footpaths, whatever the case may be, may also be deemed to be a road-related area. Moving on again, I guess the next fundamental that we need to look at is, in actual fact, who and what is a road user. Now, funny enough, you would think who's a road user would be pretty straightforward. That'd be a driver, rider, and pedestrian. However, that includes the driver of any vehicle, whether it's a car, truck, or whatever the case may be. It includes, any rider, whether that's a motorbike rider or a cyclist, and then also any pedestrian. But the funny thing is, pedestrians aren't as straightforward as you would believe. In actual fact, if we look at the road safety rules, a pedestrian includes a person driving a motorised wheelchair. They cannot travel over 10 kilometres per hour on level ground, and a person in a non-motorised wheelchair, and a person pushing a motorised or non-motorised wheelchair, and a person in or on a wheeled recreational device or wheeled toy. So you'd honestly believe that pedestrians would be just the people walking along the side of the road and crossing the road, but it's not the case. As you can see here in front of you, it's actually much more detailed. Last but not least, I guess, is Rule